My name is Prins. I'm a senior lecturer at Solent University and I teach cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is one of the growing issues that we face today. In the UK, it's costing us billions of pounds dealing with the threats that are posed by cybersecurity. So what I will do today is talk about why it's such a big threat to us, what we can do to help face this challenge, and what things we can do for the future to improve the situation. Cybersecurity is concerned with protecting information using our systems, and they're usually attacked by some third party. Now you may be wondering why people would hack these systems, so why are they after your information? Well, they do it for many reasons. First of all, if you're an organization and you have competition and they want to damage your reputation, leaking information and attacking your systems or making them unavailable is one way to do it. And we do find a lot of the attacks out there are usually originating from either competition, disgruntled employees, or someone with an agenda. Whilst the idea or the notion behind hacking, of compromising and getting access to information is not new, that's been happening for a long time. It's the impact that it has nowadays that is much more visible. Cybersecurity is essentially concerned with protecting information. We want to protect information from unauthorized access. And we do this through what we call the CIA triad. The CIA triad is concerned with three things. It's concerned with availability, integrity, and confidentiality. So what we want to do is protect our systems by making sure that they are always available, that the information that we have is correct and up to date, and that the only people who have access to the information can access it. In recent years, the number of attacks against systems has increased, or at least has become more visible, and it's impacting lives. We saw last year in 2017 the attack on the NHS, which was attributed to North Korea. And the way the systems were attacked there was they found vulnerabilities in our systems. When we did some research on why they were able to access and attack those systems, we found it was mainly due to systems not being up to date, security update patches not being applied. So simple things like making sure security settings are up to date and that we keep abreast of the latest developments is quite important. The NHS attack was an example of a use of what is known as ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malware where the software tries to deny people from accessing their systems. This is usually done to gain some sort of financial benefit. In other words, a ransom to be paid to the hackers. Once this ransom is paid, the hackers may then release information, but of course there's no guarantee that this may be done. Whilst the types of attacks are becoming more and more sophisticated, sometimes it's the most simplest attacks that are the most effective. So one of the growing phenomena that we have is social engineering. This is where they focus on exposing a system or a weakness through socially engineering the people. Social engineering techniques could be as simple as calling up and posing yourself as a valid customer and trying to get more information out of the person on the other side of the line, revealing information about themselves or something that you could use to access the system. So things such as date of births, mother's maiden names and things like that are often used to protect systems. They're used for credentials. Well, this information can be gleaned from your online profiles, your public profiles, as well as exposed through communication. Another form of quite a common attack that we have nowadays is what's called a phishing attack. Phishing attack involves sending usually an email claiming something. So, for example, you won the lottery, or that there's some amount of money. So it tries to entice you in. And the idea behind the phishing email is to either make you click a link that leads you to a compromised site, which then can further compromise your computer or your information, or is to gain other information from you, so that can be used in a future attack. So when we're looking at phishing attacks, the best way to kind of protect ourselves there is to actually look at all the clues and security signs that are available. For example, if you get an email and the sender, the email address of the sender isn't quite right, there's some spelling mistakes or things like that, or it's coming from an unknown location, then you should treat that with a bit of caution. Similarly, in the actual content of the email itself, usually there will be signs in the actual email itself. So, they might have your name wrong, or they might not have it quite correct, or the way they address you in the email will be wrong, or the kind of content itself would have spelling mistakes and things like that. So easy signs that you can pick up. So this is an email that is very general. It's been written probably in a rush. or it's been written by someone who doesn't fully understand or know your situation. Therefore, there will be inaccuracies in the actual email itself. So you can look out for those signs. Same thing with websites. When you go to a website, if it's a secure website, you'll see common things such as a padlock sign appearing, or it'll be on a HTTPS domain showing that it is actually secure. So do prefer sites that have those things over sites that do not have those things.